Hi, everybody, and welcome again to ZCode Sports System. Here we developed automated systems to help you win big. It doesn't matter what sport you're betting on, we've got you covered. We're going to get into some NBA action for November the 17th. Before we do, I want to invite you to join so you'll have access to the ZCode VIP Club section right here. And you can see all these tabs across the top of the screen. It has all the tools to help you make your picks. Okay, so there's 10 games in the NBA for November 17th. We're going to take a look at 4 of them. So let's get started here. The first one is Phoenix Suns and Minnesota Timberwolves. Phoenix comes in average status winners of 4 out of their last 6, while Minnesota is average down. They have lost their last 3 and are 3-3 in their last 6 games. The score prediction is for Phoenix by 9 points, 121 to 112, with confidence in the prediction at 46%. If you take a look at the over-under, the teams have been trending mainly in games over the line, although Minnesota in the last 2 out of the last 3 games has been under the line, but in general, 8 out of the last 12 between the two teams have been over the line. If you take a look at the power ranks indicator, you can see both teams on a little bit of a downward trend. Phoenix at plus 23, while Minnesota is at plus 16. Let's see what we got here. Head-to-head matchups. Let's take a look at what they did against each other. This was last season. They did not play yet this season, but last year you can see Minnesota won 4 straight, and Phoenix won the previous 3 before that. So 4-3 overall for Minnesota in last season's head-to-head matchups. If you look at the stability factor, how consistent are the two teams playing with regard to their favorite underdog status? You see Phoenix is at plus 6, one of the most consistent teams in the league, while Minnesota is just at 0 right now. So in the end, I think this is going to be a Suns win on the road. Minnesota has been scuffling, even though they won the last 4 last year. It's a new season. Phoenix is playing better right now. Let's go with Phoenix, but pass on the over-under. The next game I want to look at, plenty of good games. Here's a good one, Denver and Memphis. Denver comes in burning hot, winners of 5 out of their last 6, while Memphis is average status. They're coming off of a loss and are 4-2 over their last 6 games. Look at Denver putting up the points and giving up the points too. You can see the games are over the line in the last 6, and Memphis over the line in 4 out of the last 6. So this is probably going to be a high-scoring game. The score prediction has Memphis by 4 points, 117 to 113. The confidence in the prediction is sitting at 72%. Right now, Memphis has a better scoring differential edge at plus 8.2 points to plus 2.9 points per game. If you look at the power ranks indicator, Denver has been steady over the last couple of days at plus 26, while Memphis dropped from plus 24 down to plus 20. Let's see about the head-to-head between the two teams. They have not yet played this year. Last year in the 4 meetings, it was Denver winning all 4 games, and in blowout fashion in a lot of them. If you look at this, here's a 15-point win, here's a 25-point win, here's a 37-point win. And it won by an average of 20 points per game in those meetings. So Denver definitely has owned Memphis and is a better team. I think this is going to be Nuggets game, high-scoring affair. So let's go with Denver and over the line. Next one, Dallas and Oklahoma City. This looked to be a great matchup coming into the season, but right now Dallas is really struggling. You can see they've lost 4 straight and 5 out of their last 6, a dead status. Oklahoma City burning hot, winners of 4 out of the last 6. In the over-under category, we can see both teams involved in games under the line in the last game, but overall, 7 out of the last 12 have been over the line. Score prediction is for a relatively high-scoring affair also. Oklahoma City by 8, 120 to 112. Confidence in the prediction just a tad under 70%. If we take a look at the power ranks indicator, look at Dallas on a steep downward climb, like falling off a cliff, plus 21 down to plus 6 because of the 5-game losing streak. And Oklahoma City has gradually increased from 22 up to 27. Head-to-head, you can see last year in the playoffs, it was Dallas winning 4 out of 5. And then you can see some other games where Oklahoma City won during the regular season. They played a lot against each other. So these teams are quite familiar with each other. If we take a look at this volatility oscillator, how consistent the two teams have been, look at this. Oklahoma City very stable, very consistent at plus 7, and Dallas very inconsistent because they were expected to do better and they've been losing a lot. So that puts them on the downward trend in that category, down to -2. Thing is, Dallas is also very bad on the road right now. 1-4. Oklahoma City is 6-1 at home. There's really nothing that gives me an indication that Dallas can win this one. So let's go with the Thunder in a game over the line. The last one we want to look at is a battle in the Atlantic Division. Brooklyn Nets and New York Knicks. Brooklyn coming in ice cold down. Losers of 4 out of the last 6. And the Knicks are also ice cold down, also 2-4 over the last 6. Both teams are under 500 for the season. In the over-under, you can see that Brooklyn over in the last 2, but under in the previous 4, and New York 3 over 3 under in the last 6. The score prediction has New York by 9 points. The confidence in the prediction is not very high at only 64%. Right now, New York has a scoring differential average edge of plus 3.6 to minus 2.8. And last season, in between the two teams, it was all Knicks winning all 4 games. Let's look at the power ranks indicator. The Knicks on a slight downward trend at plus 16 or plus 15, but look at Brooklyn. A steep decline from plus 15 down to plus 7 just over the course of 2 days. You can see where this is heading. I like the Knicks at home, perhaps by double digits, but I'm going to pass this time on the over-under bet. Okay, so there you have it. Those are the 4 games for the NBA that we are taking a look at for this week. Happy betting, and see you again next time.